Hello, welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Annabelle. So if you were like me, you loved The Conjuring, and we're super excited for them to do a spin-off on what was arguably one of the creepiest parts of the first film, and that was the doll of Annabelle. And I think this film overall delivers. Was it as good as The Conjuring? Definitely not. And I think that boils down to one major thing, and his name is James Wan. If you don't know, he is like the new horror movie director extraordinaire. He's delivered Insidious, he's delivered Sinister, The Conjuring, and he is working on The Conjuring 2. Unfortunately, he was just a producer for Annabelle, and one of the cinematographers for The Conjuring came on to direct this film. And I'd say overall, Annabelle ends up feeling like a mixture of The Conjuring, Paranormal Activity, and Insidious, which winds up with a somewhat scary film that doesn't live up to its full potential. But let's go ahead and start off on what worked with the film. I personally think demonic dolls or living dolls are basically just old school porcelain dolls are creepy in of themselves. So right off the bat, Annabelle is creepy. The doll looks creepy. Even the sweet, pretty dolls in the room that accompany Annabelle are also creepy. And just like the weird old things that these dolls did turn out to be really, so at the beginning charming, and then turn creepy when utilized later in the film. I also think that the beats that were used from The Conjuring worked very well. So we did have some suspenseful moments. We did have long, drawn-out sequences that really built up the scariness of what was coming or what was happening. And we had some really good jump scares in here as well. So those always get people going, and it seemed to really make the people in our theater gasp quite a bit. I also liked the premise of the film overall. It went really well with the idea from the first film, as well as kind of in line with the popular horror movie beats of today. One more positive for me was that the music utilized is always creepy. That music box sound that they used in The Conjuring and brought back to great effects here, I think it's really creepy and cool. So I enjoyed the music, and for the most part it did build suspense, just not quite as well as I think James Wan would have built the suspense in here. I also think the supporting ensemble of our film was really strong as well. Ward Horton played the husband, and he was just enough of an a-hole to make you be like, really, and think the marriage was in trouble, and think he was unsympathetic. But then he would turn into such a good husband and such a supporting role. So I think it was a proper balance of what a husband in this actual situation would be going through, and ultimately he won you over. And I also always enjoy Alfre Woodard as well. I didn't even know she was in this film until she showed up randomly about midway through. I thought her character was nice, and she really brought some human elements to the character. Saying that, acting is going to bring us in to the negatives of the film, because I thought our lead actress, whose first name also happens to be Annabelle, creepy, did not do it for me. She delivered on some fronts, but overall she just seemed really vacant and absent. I think that's what she was going for with her character, but it was like that no matter if she was happy, if she was sad, if she was scared. She just always seemed kind of vacant. When we finally got to the climax of the entire film, she came alive more for me, and when she had to be scared, she was scared. But it just felt like a phoned-in performance a little bit, and she's not really a well-known name, so for her to be phoning in the biggest role I know that she's had is pretty disappointing, and it left for kind of a lackluster performance from her overall. The build-up is all really strong, and then once we are shown the demon or the devil, it kind of goes a little bit downhill. And I think that's the case with so many scary movies, is that the mystery or the unknown is what really frightens us, and when we're actually shown what it is that's scaring us, it's usually a letdown. And I think that was a little bit of the case here. If we had just utilized Annabelle a little bit more, or if Annabelle was actually possessed and not just a carrier for possession type thing, it would be much stronger, and I think it would end up with an ultimate scarier result. Because in the end, I don't think this movie treaded into new territory. It didn't go anywhere new that scary movies over the past 5 years or so haven't already gone, and in a lot of cases, gone a little bit more effectively. And I think ultimately the end climax went into kind of silly horror movie territory, to where there are definitely really scary parts, or like really tense moments in those final moments, but it really built up to something that seemed like, where did that come from? I know it built the beats in, but it just blew up into something kind of like ridiculous, over the top. And that was kind of a weird ending to feel. Overall, would I recommend Annabelle? If you're a horror film fan, I say definitely go see this. Also, if you're looking for something to get you in that Halloween horror fest type mood for October, this is a great one to kick off the month. I know that we have like Ouija coming out later in the month, but this looks like a much stronger offering. And I would say it's a much stronger offering than As Above, So Below as well. So this is definitely the horror pick of the season for me. We'll see if Ouija surprises, but I highly doubt it. And if you're just looking for like a fun, mindless time at the movies with your friends, this is definitely a great choice to go see. So yes, I do recommend this film. So that has been my review of Annabelle. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, go ahead and hit like down below, and while you're at it, subscribe to the channel so you're always up to date on the latest videos. I love you all so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!